He disappeared for 4 years.
Wow.
4 years between that. He's 152 inches up there.
Yep.
He's 156 inches.
You find
right
these this
here.
year?
This year.
Wow.
But he's a smoker.
I would say.
What did you say this word? What was this one?
If I give him the spread credit, he comes out at 156.
Yeah, that's a giant buck, huh?
And just to show you how they can change over time, but you take this shed right up here. He had this kicker here before,
Yep.
but if you look at the blades and stuff, I mean, it changed a little bit. I'm going to tell you right now, I found both these sets within 75 yards over 4 years.
Oh shit.
Isn't that something?
Disappear for 4 years, and then 4 years later you find the shed in
Yep.
the same spot. Just
Yep.
So how old do you think the deer is then?
I think he's 10 this year.
10 this year.
Yeah. I'm guessing that he was like a 5 or 6 year old. That with that mass and stuff, that was no 3 or 4 year old.
No, yeah.
So he could be.
10, yeah.
That's him.
Oh yeah, that's him. The bottom, the squareness
Yeah,
of the bottom.
do you
like
see
that?
that?
That's so cool. That
Yep.
square vein.
I mean,
Squares
other than his fours were longer here, but he's
Yeah.
thicker now, a little bit thicker.
he's definitely wider a little bit now too. You think?
Yeah, well, we just guessed, and I had my taxidermist mount, but I have never laid eyes on him.
Is he a ghost?
He's a ghost.
Yeah.
But I've been doing my homework. See, I put so much effort into the shed hunting.
Yeah.
Because I've learned a couple little things on certain bucks.
Yep.
And I'm trying to narrow down the week before he dropped these. I was in there and I check all the big tracks and I follow the big tracks.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of like to look where they like to come from and stuff, because that can tell you a lot over
So
time.
you go backwards on them?
Yep.
Yep.
Because deer will come for these feed spots from a long, long ways.
Yep.
Deer will come 3 or 4 miles this way, 3 or 4 miles, so you can kind of get a home range.
Right.
And I think I've been hunting in the wrong areas for him.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you got a better idea.
I
this year.
think, but it's just a theory. But sooner or later,
So he's not hooking up big trees all over the place, is what you're telling me.
no.
They seem
That's
to
so cool,
not.
that squareness at the bottom. You
Yep.
don't see that.
Yeah,
See
he's
that,
got his
Isaac?
boxy, yeah.
Look at that, just squared right off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool.
I have no idea. Obviously he's got big. There was this buck.
Giant. Yeah.
I'm just gonna show you. Where the hell's those other ones? This buck. These were all together. These were within 100 yards.
That's incredible.
So those bucks are shooting. I mean, look at this guy. I mean,
Just a giant.
he
yeah.
could be. Who knows? He could be 180 or it could be a 220 pounder or something.
No kidding.
Is this one this year too?
No.
Those are a baseball bat.
Those are.
Hold that up. That's a monster.
Grab both those suckers and hold them. That's
There you
Mr.
go.
Mass.
Holy
Oh my God, it's like a
crap. No
moose.
brow tines, huh?
One's
Not
eye.
much.
Okay,
Get your
Yeah,
hand
one
around
little
that thing.
this is a perfect example where score doesn't mean shit.
Right. Oh, yeah. For sure. Yeah.
Because that's a 140s buck.
Yeah.
But I would take that over a picket fence 160 any day of the week.
Me too. What a giant.
That right there, it's just nuts.
So out of all these big sheds that you've found over the years, have you found that most of these big deer aren't laying a lot of big sign?
Some do, some don't.
So that's kind of
It's
what
like
yeah.
I think it's a personality
It is.
thing.
It is.
Like people, these cocky bastards
Yep.
that got to
Yep.
puff their chest out
Yep.
and stuff.
Yep.
And then there's the guys that are just kind of laid back and
The one thing I think though is the ones that do lay a lot of sign usually don't get that big because they're a lot easier to hunt. Right?
Yeah.
Because these big ones that don't lay a lot of sign, they're like ghosts. Like how
3.5-year-olds. My theory is when they hit 3.5, they think they're king shit.
Yep.
And they walk till they get killed.
Yep.
Because think about it.
Yep.
All 3.5-year-olds are like those 180, 90-pound bucks, and
Yep.
they're getting them all over the place,
Yep.
and they're just on their feet,
Yep.
looking for fights, and
Yep.
some of these big old deer. I can tell you this buck. There's a buck right in there. Nobody ever got that buck, as far as I know. Yeah, that's.
Holy crap.
I just got those out just to show you. This is all the same buck.
Oh, that's him all the way through.
Yeah, that's 3 different. There's 1 set and 2 singles.
Yeah, I know. I wish I had something
It's
to
like a
compare
moose
with.
base almost.
Yeah.
It's the biggest I've ever seen in
What
this
is that?
part of the
What-
country.
that's 2.5, 3 inches across. There.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
but
like a
I can.
circumference-wise.
is that like a 7-inch circumference on the base?
That's closer to 9 inches.
Ooh.
I can go 8 inches like that.
Oh my god.
That's not even right. I've never seen one like that.
But these are ancient. These
Yeah.
are from.
But still,
What a deer. Nobody ever killed him, huh?
Not that I know of.
Here.
So I have a friend that passed away years ago. He was my mentor for shed hunting,
Yep.
and he taught me a lot of things years ago.
Hold the
Yeah.
something to like.
I've got a post on Facebook with a Miller Lite bottle at the bottom of those.
Oh,
and
that's a Yeti right there. That's not even right, man. That's a giant buck, huh?
yeah. And he scores like 100 inches.
I don't care.
You know what I'm saying?
he's just all bases and then he just comes up and.
Yeah. I think
But you said your mentor.
Stanley,
Yep.
Bachelor, he found these and passed them on to me years ago.
Yep.
But we shed hunted together when he was getting to be an old man.
Yep.
And so I know exactly where these come from because I shed hunt there too. And I've heard you say in the podcast before when you're talking about up on the tops of the mountain, one of these, he was crawling through the thick spruce in one spot
Yep.
and found, and the others were down lower on the mountain different times, but it's like that buck lived
Up high.
up there.
Yeah.
And it's not a big, huge, it's not a 4,000 footer or something, but he just liked it up there.
Up in the spruces.
Up
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
That's wild.
I've got crates and crates of.
How many sheds have you found? Have you counted them all?
Yeah, I used, like when I did the last podcast, we talked about 1,000. I got doing I'm over 1,200 sheds right now.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
After yesterday, I'm up to 48 this year.
You found some yesterday, some moose sheds?
8 of them.
Wow.
Did you see the one out, the smoker? Sorry, that's all right. I came across this guy yesterday.
Wow. I like that.
Jeez, look at that, huh?
It's almost like he had another,
Yeah,
almost like
Another
another pedestal
meat,
or
yeah.
something.
yeah.
That's a beauty.
I
man.
found 7 old ones, and they still laying right where they.
No kidding.
Yeah, I only take the good stuff
Yeah.
too.